If a man that I'm about to be committed to has a past where it was rumored that he was physically abusive or he was a perpetrator of domestic violence, firstly, I would not even go ahead. But let's say you're someone who wants to go ahead. What I would listen for is not even the allegation. I would listen for how he talks about it, right? And I feel like this thing with Frank and his wife and ex-wife is a good example you can look at. What you need to look at is, how does he talk about it? Does he even own up to what he did? Now, if you meet a man who has that in his past, it was rumored one way or the other, and all he talks about is how he's a lie, he denies it flatly, I would advise you to flee from that person. A lot of times, domestic violence perpetrators lie, especially those who have not changed or those who can never change. You know, those ones are the ones who deny it. They deny it's all about their appearances and how they are perceived outside. Whereas behind the closed doors, they are abuse perpetrators, they are physically violent, they are abusive to women. So when you meet a man like that, what you want to look out for is how the person talks about this thing. Are they honest? Do they say something like, actually that happened in that relationship and it's not my proudest moment, but there was a time when this happened in my past and I've done a lot of work. I am still doing a lot of work. I still go to therapy, and he's open and honest to you about that aspect of his life. He can tell you that the relationship was toxic, and whilst my ex had her own issues, but the truth was that I did that, and at the time when I did that, like, he can tell you the reason. It could be that he was a drinker and he used to get infuriated, or it could be that it was his mentality. He really did feel like he could use abuse, and he has had to go through therapy to try to deconstruct why he thought it was okay to do that. That's what you want to hear. What you don't want to hear is someone that's telling you it's a lie, I've never hit a woman. So when you look in the news, what you will see Frank consistently saying is, I have never hit a woman in my life. Whereas his ex-wife had footage, she had pictures showing. I remember following Stella Dimokokos back in the day, where Stella interviewed her, had footage of her, bloodied pictures. I've heard that one time he even choked her and her nose bled, allegedly. All of these are on Stella Dimoko, is in public. So to now go and get involved with that kind of man again, believing that your case is going to be different, you can see what has happened with his second wife. All this while we've been looking at her, oh, this beautiful woman, or maybe Frank is different, and yet now they're having issues, and she's brought out bloodied pictures of her body, pulverized body, bruises all over her body. Abusive men hardly change. And I really pray that Frank will get help. I really pray that he will get some help, therapy. I really feel for men who are struggling with things like this, control, dominance, and stuff like that. You know, because the truth is that they are not going to be able to sustain any relationship with any woman. There is no woman that is going to stay with domestic violence. I'm sorry. Whether it is outrightly beating her or whether it is emotionally torturing her, there's no woman that is taking it in our time. There's a lot of awareness. People now understand what they were dealing with. These things destroy your health. That's my own. I keep saying it. It destroys your health. I just wanted to say that. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.